Hello there, Only One Kenobi here, Only One. Just before we get started on the video, a little bit of housekeeping that I still haven't got a new phone. So if you hear anything funny with the sound, it's because the microphone is currently not working properly. One of the two of the microphones on the phone. And so I'm in here, and also I'm filming in here. It's nice to be in natural light, I always say, but I usually do my quick shots in my carded room. So it's just circumstances at the minute. It's a bit congested in there, and the table I usually shoot these on was in here. Massive changes in this room. I can't wait to, won't be long, I'll be doing a full room tour in here. Massive changes. All the shelves are pretty much up and running. Go and see Patreon, or my channel membership will give you access to some backstage tours if you want to see that. But I'm just conscious of the fact that I haven't done a video for ages. I'm holding out till I get a new phone. It'll be mid-May that I get one. So I'll see what I can scramble together and maybe give you a video one way or another. So just thank you for your patience. But still, it's quick shot time, because there's one figure in particular I really want to open, and that's the Phase 1 clone. But you see, no disrespect to John Boyega or Finn, but this one really is, well, you see, oh man, where do we begin? Too little, too late, really. They should have done this in 2015. I know that they stopped the vintage collection and everything, but 3 3/4 inch, especially super articulated, was definitely on the way out. They had a whole series of movie figures for Force Awakens and stuff, and these were like hard as hell to get. But this is just a repack of that figure. I've had a look at it, and oh, and here's the other thing I've got to tell you. He's holding a lightsaber. The figure does not come with that, but we'll talk about that later. I think he looks pretty cool with the lightsaber. I think they should have made more of that, personally, with the storyline. That he could have been something more, well, a lot more than he was. I liked him in the first one, and then John Boyega, Finn, he was what he was, wasn't he? And that was just the way it went. But I don't want this bloody video to become a rant on that travesty, but still. I also thought I would show you this. This is the 5POA one. And they're so similar, aren't they? Really good figures, both of them. And so the gun that he's supposed to have, I don't know where it is. I've just actually been in a box that has been shut for 36 months. I got all my sequels figures out of here. Let me just hold the focus. I'm going to know how to do that now. I got all my sequels figures out of here because I just needed the space for slightly more important storylines. No disrespect if you... I'll tell you one thing, man. The other day, I watched a really good documentary. Do you know what? It was really good. What's it called? The Director and the Jedi. That's really good, that. I would have liked The Last Jedi if they cut out the lightsaber toss and if they kept Luke alive. But then I got into this massive argument recently. People were saying about how, oh no, it's part of the story. He's supposed to die. That's what they wanted. But come on, man. They should have, if that was the plan, right? That's firstly idiotic. Luke should have been the last one to go, really. And then also the circumstances, they were fully aware of Carrie Fisher passing on. And they could have written it so that, you know, Luke was in it. I don't know, what were they trying to achieve by killing him? There was nobody left. That's f***ing ridiculous, isn't it? It certainly is in my book, man. I know people who hate the sequels. I don't hate them. But man almighty, God almighty, they could have been a hell of a lot. Oh, God, the sequel f***ing trilogy, man. A mess. Sorry about that. I had to get that out of my system. Very angry about it, ladies and gentlemen. Also, the thing about that line I told you about, the 2015 line, Han Solo was in that line. The old Han with the outdoor coat. I loved things like that. The Force Awakens, really, I loved Starkiller Base. The snow. It was Christmas time in 2015 when I watched it. Yeah, and I liked seeing, yeah, that figure was great of Han, and I always imagined that being on a card back. Now they've done this one of Finn, and they've specifically put him on Starkiller Base, because let's be frank, this figure of Finn here, you could have, he dressed like that in most of Last Jedi as well. But the fact that they've done that for this, it makes you want the Han one reissued now, really. Not that I particularly want them to be doing that. But anyway, so this is a straight repack, but man, they've left it a long time, haven't they, to do that? Since 2015, it's like 9 years. Wow. And yeah, before you say, I know that the vintage collection was out and not happening, but they could have maybe brought it back earlier or not discontinued it at all back in 2013, which was, again, a pretty lame decision. They should have kept it so that the vintage collection was always the elite figures, fully articulated and everything. And then they'd still have those, and some of them were great figures. The movie line, 5 POA, 7 POA lines, like the Solo line was the last one. Right up here. Let me just zoom in for you. Yeah, all that stuff. That could have been just the regular lines. I just don't know, man. It's just what it is, isn't it? It's a mess. But what can I say? There's not much I can tell you about the figure other than he has the snow right down there. Can you see? Let me just focus for you. And he's got it on his legs. You got that on the Mando figures as well from that ice planet with the Crictor and all that. And I don't know what the hell I've done with the blaster. So I opened this box of figures, as I said before, from Force Awakens. And as I say, I've not been in there for at least 3 years. And I don't know where the hell the blaster will be somewhere, man. Maybe I've got another figure of Finn knocking around. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's quite a nice little gun. It was given to him by Han Solo, you know. Women always find out the truth. Always. That was great, that line. There's not much more I want to say. There's not much more I can say, except we'll just have a quick look at him in the bubble. So it's nice to have Finn. I always imagine the card back for Finn being maybe something on Jakku. But it's funny, the Poe Dameron figure, which is the one in the Rise of Skywalker, a beautiful card back, that one. That card back, I always imagined in my brain being that shot of him in the trailer in the cockpit, and that never happened either. But obviously Hasbro were thinking, Rise of Skywalker's coming out, let's get that figure of Finn, that figure of Poe back out. And then they would just, you know, it was cheap for them to put that figure out, as opposed to the new Indiana Jones look for John, getting the names right, Oscar Isaacs for Poe Dameron. So they put the older one out, but that older one should have, what my point is here, I'm waffling on, is the point, my point is the Poe Dameron card should have always been Force Awakens with, boom, him in the cockpit. That should have been brought out as well prior to this year, like that you know, on Starkiller base or somewhere else. What else was another figure that should have been done on a Force Awakens card? Han with regular jacket, Han on Snow Planet. The Leia, that would have been a nice card back, but you know, it's the curse of the Black Series. It's not just the orange line of Black Series that does my nutting. It's that red box Black Series line as well, the red and the black. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. I'm glad we've got through that one, because I knew that video, this video, would be a nightmare, not only for the technical reasons that the microphone's dodgy, but the fact that I can't talk about this sequel trilogy, this trilogy of movies, without getting upset and angry. I'm wounded, ladies and gentlemen. Wounded. And you know what the worst thing is? We're stuck with them. Forever. Yes, they are that bad, ladies and gentlemen. They look beautiful, don't they? But they don't make any Star Wars sense to me. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Only One Kenobi. Oh, by the way, if you do like them, I'm very, very happy for you. No, I'm not happy for you. That sounds very sarcastic when I say something like that. I'm actually jealous of you, because I would love to love them, but I can't. Out.